We are back on Life as Always. I'm so excited. We are back with episode 6. I know it's been a minute, but
it has been.
we want to put back again.
Right. Back and better.
Okay, like we had some technical difficulties, we had some moving, going on. But we ready to take this shot. Come on, sissy. Cheers.
Cheers.
To new beginnings.
To new beginnings.
Ugh. So what's going on?
First off, how are you feeling today? I don't think that we really do that, but
We should, excuse me, I have to adjust myself, y'all. But we should definitely get into that because I feel like today I was like kind of busy, but I was still feeling good. Like I wasn't feeling overwhelmed or stressed or anything of that nature. And how are you feeling today?
I'm okay. I was feeling great earlier this morning. Now I feel like maybe it's like everything hitting me as far as like, when you get off work and you finally like just woosah for a minute.
Yes.
Because lately I've been feeling like work, sleep, do it all over again type of thing.
You're not able to process your day.
Yeah.
And
things are like racing.
And I feel like it's not just you. Like I thought because, I recently moved this past weekend and that's why we're in a new space. We're gonna get it decorated soon. But I feel like time has been flying, passing me by, and a part of me honestly did not want to film today just because I felt like I was so busy over the weekend. I finally caught up on sleep, let me relax, but I know the fans are waiting.
Right.
We do it for the fans.
Right.
Okay.
Absolutely.
And I can get sleep tonight. Okay.
Right. Seriously. And I feel the same way. I was just telling somebody that I forget what day of the week it is sometimes. I feel like the days literally just are flying. Like they
like
are
a blur. I agree. Because I literally turned around and I think I was thinking the other day, like I was telling my sister Stoney, like, oh my God, I gotta hit up Josh and make sure what's the film like. I'm forgetting tomorrow's Tuesday. Like this is yesterday. I was like,
right? Seriously though, I had asked someone yesterday. Today was yesterday, so Tuesday was yesterday, and I'm like, yo, I just feel like it was just Friday. Like, what is going on?
Yeah, it's been a whirlwind of rush, and I feel like as long as you felt positive during those days, it was a good rush.
No, I was jumping up and down this weekend. I really was.
But we really do need time to just kind of relax and settle down and like get back into ourselves because it's easy to get so warped up in your life and like distracted.
Right.
And forget the little things or the simple things or whatever.
Absolutely.
But I know you did have a topic that you wanted to touch on today, so we finna get right into it, y'all.
So I wanted to touch on sacrifices. I was thinking to myself, I'm like, you have to make sacrifices for people, of course, and especially for people that you love. You would think about making a sacrifice and not think about, not second guess it.
Of course.
But you also have to put that switch it from other people to you. Because I find myself in so many situations where it's like I'm always doing for someone else, even if it's the smallest gesture.
Yeah.
And I think why isn't it being done for me? Or would somebody do the same thing? It's just in my nature to be that way, to the point that when I actually don't want to be that way, it's so noticeable because I'm not doing it anymore.
Yeah.
But it's like me being selfish to myself because I'm jumping up and down for everybody else, and when is somebody gonna jump for me in a way?
Yeah, and it's kind of like for that, I realize, because I'm very giving as well, and I realize when I do something, I have to just do it as if it's a gift. I can't expect anything back because not a lot of people think the same way you do, and you don't want to end up being the opposite and then it being noticeable because you're upset when really you're probably upset with yourself because you're probably a part of me really didn't want to do that. And I did it because I felt like you really needed it, but you couldn't reciprocate it. Just take it as a lesson learned. Anything in life like that, you gotta it's not obviously in the moment. It's not easy to think that way, You have to let out your anger or whatever energy you're feeling, but.
For me, sorry to cut you off,
no, you're good.
For so many situations, I want people to just get it. I shouldn't have to say to you that I want something done because I'm just so the type of person that I am.
Yeah.
I would want you to, but like you said, everybody doesn't think the same. Everybody's not a giving person.
Yeah.
Everybody's just like, oh, you are so likely to do it that I just expect it from you, which sometimes makes me kind of want to not come how I come.
Exactly.
Because it's like I want energy to be reciprocated, but as like no matter how hard I try not to be that way, I always find myself being that way, which is kind of a good thing. Like it's good to be like a person who sacrifices or a person that would do things for others.
And a person that says no.
Yeah.
That's healthy. Saying no. Like doing everything for people all the time will just be a crutch, you know? And like we were saying before, like to me I feel like common sense is not so common. So people are not like, I mean, I've had instances with even family members where I do them a favor and then they're like taking forever to do what they need to do or whatever, and it's like, okay, you know I do have a daughter now. Like, if you're not considered for me, be considered for her.
Yeah.
It's getting late, I need to go to my daughter. Like, I came here to help you, but what the fuck, move it along.
Right.
You know, but not everyone's gonna get that, or not everyone is of, you know, even of what's the word, of a healthy mind to even know that.
That's what I literally had to learn. It's kind of funny today because people are really great at guilt tripping, I guess you can say.
God. And gaslighting.
Gaslighting, like, I was in a situation and the person made me feel really bad, so I ended up like giving in and doing what they asked me to
you
because
didn't want to do it.
I didn't want to do it at that point, but I wanted to avoid conflict. So we avoided the conflict, but the whole time in my head, I'm just like having so many thoughts like, I need to start saying no because it's always going to be the same thing. But my no really is so harsh. That's what I'm learning to find
like
a balance. It even just can come off with the tone because everybody knows like I'm goofy and I'm like fun and stuff, but I can also be like, I'm not for the bullshit. Like it's not giving that. And you know that, like,
period. So yeah, and I honestly, it's funny you say that because I feel the same way with myself. Like I'm a sweet person, so you know, even my baby sister before was like, sometimes when you say stuff like, it's just so like harsh, and I'm like, but in the same sentence or in the same, you know, respect, I'll make you a plate of food. So you know I love you. Like get out your fucking feelings at the end of the day, because I can't control how you feel off of what I say. But if you know I love you, and for me, I feel like because I am such a sweet person, I have to say it stern, because if I say it lightly, I'm a nice person. You gonna take it lightly? Like no, I want you to know, like yeah, we can he, but at the end of the day, boom, I say no, it's no. Point blank period. Like, because if I say, no, I don't want to do it, then you're more likely to be like, let me try to persuade you. And if you do that to me, I'm going to be mad as hell. Like, don't try to change my mind. Because I'm a fixed sign, okay? Aquarius all motherfucking day. Like, don't try to change my mind.
That's where I think we differ, because I'm like easily kind of influenced. Like how you said, someone
I grew into it though. So believe me, it wasn't like this happened overnight. Like I grew into it, I learned, and honestly I got tired of feeling like I'm being walked over. Until that point when you've had enough, then you're gonna be like, now I know what the fuck Tyler's talking about.
Right.
Like, but until then, you know, you're on your journey.
Right.
Everyone is on a different stage, so don't say like, you know, you may not be as whatever as me. It's just I passed that stage of my journey, but there's stages in life where you probably surpassed that I still have yet to go. So
and it ain't no rush to the finish line when you're in your own lane.
Period.
Okay.
Okay. On that note,
I need a girl to ride. I need a girl to make my life. I need a girl who's mine on mine. I need a girl in my
Law International on the microphone. I got it all, but I really need a wife at home. I don't really like the zone. Never seen the night alone. I gotta feel you with like the bone, but chicks don't want man's me. Don't tick on my fancy. Only tip any Nancy. That's not what my plans be. I need a girl that can stand me, raise me a family, go to trips at the Landsy, the trips to the Grammys, cause most of these girls be confusing me. I don't even know they really love you using me. Maybe it's the money or maybe you ain't used to me, cause you was depressed and now you're abusing me. That's why I need a girl that be true to me. Know the game and know how it do to me. Without a girl on my side, shit I rule with me. Forget the world and it's you with me.
I need a girl to to make my wife. I need a girl, mine, oh mine. I need a girl in my life. I need a girl to ride. I need a girl to be my wife. Nobody else, she's all mine. I need a girl in my life.
In my lifetime, but she ain't not a life for me. Got the right mind, I had a pretty chicks with all the right features. Good rat chicks, the only right speak. Cell phones and beat, but they know how to treat you.
Break the heart, she'll walk, I'ma be here. I find a girl, I'ma keep her, cause now I'm getting money. I want some real shit. I need somebody I can chill with. I need somebody I can deal with. I need somebody I can hold tight. With the time and no limits, no right. Anytime we together, we so right. You the girl I've been looking for my whole life. God bless me, I'm glad I got insight. It's cause of you, girl, now I understand life. I need a girl, right. I need a girl to make my wife. I need a girl who's mine, oh I need a girl in my life. I need a girl to ride. I need a girl be my wife. Nobody else, she's all mine. I need a girl in my life.
I had a girl that wanna die for me. To appreciate, so it made cry for me. Every night she had tears in the eyes for me. Quarter case, shorty took the whole ride for me. First we were friends, it became, oh, you was more like my girl, we was like, but oh, all night we were playing fire undercover. They gon' can't love her like I really want it. But every time I think about your big smile, and how we used to drive the whole city wild.
Shit, I wish you wouldn't have a child.
Okay, pretty little girl with Tyler style. Kelly.
I reminisce about the way I used to kiss them pretty lips. But as long as you happy, I'ma tell you this. I love you, girl, and you're the one that I always miss.
I love you, yeah.
I need a girl to ride. I need a girl to make my wife. She's all mine. I need a girl in my life. I need a girl to ride. I need a girl to be my wife. Nobody else, she's all mine. I need a girl in my life.
I need a girl to ride. I need a girl to be my wife. I need a girl who's mine, oh mine. I need a girl in my life. I need a girl to ride. I need a girl to be my wife. Nobody else, she's all mine.
In my life.
Yeah, yo, we did it.
No, that was good.
And that was about,
that was good.
With a lot, 12 for a spot, busting out the bells of the box. I was really lit with a box, had to put a stick in a box. Pull out the whole damn still, I'ma get lazy. I got the mojo deals, you been trapping like the 80s. She sucked the nigga's soul, got cash up, told her wipe her nigga nose. 6 fast, I would never sell my soul. I'm like a bad guy. And I really wanna know where you at?
I was on back with Snapchat. Cruising City is a really good Cadillac.
Cause I'm the niggas out there with a bag at. Gotta move smarter, gotta move harder. Niggas trying to get me for my water. I lay there down on my son and my daughter. I had to drink up with me get harder. A lot of niggas out here playing ball. I put my home in the river and they started. Now I'm gonna probably got a key for the court. Shawty better sit it, them seeds out bottom. Got a bitch looking like a leadership model. I got the pink slip on my
Yes.
I'm about to get it.
City to city, paddle like a sea. Forgive me.
We pull up. I just got a lit with the box. I just put a stick in the box. Put out the whole damn shit. I'ma get lazy. I got the mojo deals and something like the 80s. She sucked the nigga's soul. Like cash out. Told her wipe a nigga low. Say so. I will never sell my soul like a backpack, and I really wanna know. We will, ha ha. Moving out.
It's Kilo, when you
got the moves in the mouth. Take a little force with the moves now. Bitch, don't wear no shoes in the house. The buckles I'm flying, I never want to fly. Gotta take my chances in traffic. Sucking my dick, no hands with it. I just make a roll plane like a man and shit. I'm a 2020 president, Kansas City. I done put her in the bed, so I'm doing this shit. I been moving around, cases, that's why you call it pit. Credit card, get those, I pop my shit. Got out the mud, there's it's the flow for me. Pull it up the coop out the lot. 12 swap. Bustin' out the bell with a bop. I put a lip with a bop. I put a stick in a box. Pour out the whole damn field. I'ma get lazy. I got the mojo bills. We been trapping like the 80s. She sucked a nigga so. Back cash out. Told her wipe a nigga nose. Say flat. I would never sell my soul, not the best that, and I really wanna know. We wet. I enjoy them songs.
Okay.
So before we get into questions with Quel, we're gonna take a shot. Let's go, Stoney. Stoney here with the behind the scenes today, y'all. Shout out to her. Stoney got pins.
Okay.
Recent graduate. Boom. Shoot.
My first question is, what's one thing off of your bucket list?
That I've done already or that I want to do?
That you want to do? Or it could really be either or.
I really want to skydive. Like, I want to jump out of a plane with a parachute on. I just want to feel like I'm just like giving myself to everything.
Honestly, I've always wished I had the balls to like bungee jump, but I don't think I would ever do it. I'm like so scared.
It's the cord for me. Like, I do a parachute. Because even if there's a hole in it, I'm going to still take my time before I crash land somewhere. But a bungee jump,
it's really so. Skydiving, you feel it a little bit more. Like, it's probably a really exhilarating experience.
And I really just want to feel like, cause I feel like, you know, I've almost died like 2 or 3 times. So I feel like I'm fearless. Like, I want to do something that a lot of people are afraid of.
Yeah.
And that's, I know, y'all probably watching like, that's her white side. But I really do want to do that.
That would be lit.
What's your next question? It's okay. Because I actually thought of a question for you.
Okay.
I'm going to jump in real quick.
All right.
Okay. So, let me see. If you can choose a zodiac sign to be other than Leo, which one do you feel like you would want to be? Because, you know, everyone loves referencing their zodiac.
That's hard. Probably either a Scorpio or an Aries.
Why is that?
I don't know.
Because one is a fire, one's like Aries are fire signs and Scorpios are water signs. So.
I'm like basing it off of my interaction with other ones, so it's kind of biased. But I feel like.
But it's real.
It is real.
Yeah.
It is, and I feel like I can identify with both of them. Like, I have a lot of Scorpio friends, and a lot of the things that they think, I feel like I can reason with, but they're just so much more stern on it. Like, they really just stand on what they say. And as far as an Aries, I feel like it's more of like a really cooler, calmer side. They can get like
they can get turned. I was about to say, because the Aries I know, but I think I'm always with them when they're lit. That's what it is. But you're right.
Yes, a lot of the Aries I know, like, they have that crazy side, but for the most part, at least I know of it to be like easygoing, fun vibe, fun times, cool, chill person, chill people.
I like that.
Yeah, probably one of them.
A mixture.
Yeah, it was like they're so different.
I like that. All right, so what's my other question?
If you could relive one moment in life, what would it be and why?
Giving birth to my daughter.
Beautiful answer.
And it hurt like hell. Like the recovery process because I had a C-section, but when because before I gave birth to her, my life and the way I thought of shit was totally different. Like, I was, you know, like, I thought I was gonna do this when she came here, and it was like, nothing what I thought was gonna happen happened, and it was beautiful. Like that it didn't happen that way because every moment was just like, oh my god, like it's so unexpected. Like I can't really explain it and put it in words, but definitely giving birth to my daughter, like. That's a great question because you just really took me back.
That was a great answer.
You just took me back. Like I'm back in the hospital room in my head. Like
how many hours were you in labor?
So I was in labor like I feel like since noon of that day because I had her at 11:52 p.m. That's because there was a knot in her umbilical cord. So like they had to rush into C-section. But she's head down, 7 centimeters dilated. I honestly felt like the hospital rushed her, and that's why she got tense and happened. But probably in labor for about 10 to 11 hours. And it's like you feel like a surge of pain, and then it goes away for a little bit. So you can like they had the TV on, they're like, what do you want to watch? And for a second I was gonna change it, and then I'm like, had pain. I was like, I don't give a fuck what's on TV, like, cause in my mind I'm like trying to calm down myself, cause I know she's not coming out right now, and I'm just gonna keep enduring this pain. Like, I'm hungry, like, you know. So to think that I was in a state where clearly, like, most women would be like, I would never, you know what I'm saying? But not to say that I would never have a kid again. I would never be a single parent again. But I definitely feel like I can see why certain women just always have babies because that it's that built up of you being pregnant all this time, and you finally see what was really cooking because you get like the photos and shit like the ultrasounds or whatever, and they have 3D ones that I saw, but none of the pictures compared to when she came out of me. Like she looked 100 times more gorgeous than I imagined, and. Growing up, I was bullied, I felt like, for my looks a lot. So I was worried that my daughter, like, I wanted her to be pretty. Like, I did not want her, if she got bully her for being dumb, because I could make her smart. Like, not, you know what I'm saying? And, and honestly, I was never ugly. It was just, the brainwashing of it. But, my daughter's gonna be 1 next week. We're actually not gonna be filming next week. So there will be a 2-week delay, but we will not have any more delays after that, until further notice, if possible. But next week is my daughter's birthday, and we finna be lit. Okay. Because she's gonna be at 10, so.
That was a great answer. That was really a beautiful answer.
That was a good question. I want to ask you the same thing, honestly, because it was such a good question. Like, if you could relive one moment in your life, because it's heavy, because you go through so much, even at the age of 30, and you're. How young?
I'm 24.
So 24 and 30, like we live in different lives. So which if you can narrow it down.
This is really so small, but I would love to relive like when I went to Atlanta for my birthday.
It's not small, because obviously it meant a lot to me.
Did,
how many people really go somewhere for their birthday? There's some people who always do house parties for their birthday, like don't go anywhere, so.
I went and I'm like, I just felt pure happiness. Like it was because so many of my friends came and I went on many vacations before, but I don't know, something about it gave me like an adult type of vibe. Like I'm really out here in the streets. Not even really. Atlanta's great, of course. It wasn't really the place for me. It was the environment. I was having so much fun, so many different personalities.
Yeah,
it really
the energy.
Like, giving me real world.
Okay, like literally on my own. Like my mom is not down the street. Like we outside.
And I've been outside, but that was like outside.
Period.
Yeah, I love that.
That was outside the area code. Okay.
Like how like people like. Even how like the Jersey Shore goes back and does it again. That would be lit to do it again and see what it would give, honestly. It was
like 10 years from now.
It was great, yeah.
Like travel to somewhere every year and then after 10 years just go back to the same place.
Yeah, that would be, And
be like, oh, there's so still work here. Who was here 10 years ago? I know they were dressed. Remember I was topless on the table twerking like. That's so bad.
Fine.
Great. So y'all, it's a little short show today because we're just gonna give you a little taste so y'all can really pay attention next time.
Right. We know you guys were like amped up, waiting, wondering, and yeah.
I'm gonna give you what it gave. So we're gonna sign off. We love you guys. We seriously love you guys. Please like, share, subscribe, comment, and all that other shit, like, that's free.
Right. We're here for a good time, not a long time. Period.
I love you, brother.
I love you too.
All right, y'all. Yeah.